Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kurt, and welcome back to Far Lands or Bust. Indeed, here we are in episode 335, and of course, the beginning of season 5 of Far Lands or Bust. Kind of a little bit of a non-official border between seasons is marked by the F3 monument here. We had Flobathon, obviously, and I suppose a little bit more important of a nostalgic lookings backs upon the history of Far Lands or Bust is that today, March 28th, was the third anniversary of episode 11 of Far Lands or Bust, when we first left our spawn area and our spawn cabin and started heading west. That was 3 years ago today, in 2011. So that is pretty crazy. That, wow. I had no idea. If you asked episode 11 KurtJMac what was in store for him, he wouldn't have had the slightest of clues. But yeah, here we are we slept in the 1479940 F3 monument, and if I press F3, you will see, well, I can't step on that anymore, obviously, but there are our numbers. We are about 60,000 blocks off towards the south in the X coordinate, but the big number, 1479940, we're 3 blocks ahead of it, but very cool indeed. Of course, Wolfie opened up the episode. I was a little bit concerned. I forgot that there were flames up here, and flames are much louder and sound a lot different than in the current version of the game, but a lot of interesting sounds. We had this really cool backdrop happening right here, but yeah, Season 5 of Far Lands or Bust begins. What do I have to do, actually, before I set off? Oh, that's what I have to do. All right, hold on, Wolfie, one more minute. I am going to do the laundry. I have to create some new armor, and since I have, do I have it on me? Yeah, a whole bunch of iron ingots, which I have obtained from looting the different and various spawner dungeons on my journey. I have all of this iron that just blocks up my inventory, so check. Oh, that doesn't work. Shift clicking doesn't work with armor. Check out my snazzy new duds. I will be leaving behind this armor. I think this armor probably lasted me all of Season 4, did it not? I could be wrong. But yeah, it lasted me a while. Do I need dirt? I guess I'll bring some dirt. I have leftover netherrack, so I suppose I'll bring that as well. But the rest of these things are just leftover remaining remnants of the building. Oh, this is what I wanted to do. I think we should start, since I neglected to end Season 4 with a bang, I should start Season 5 with a bang. How do I do this? It goes like this, and then like this. I feel weird even having it in my inventory. It's scary stuff. TNT, dynamite. But yeah, let's start off the season with some fireworks, I suppose you could say. But all right, this is what we have on us. The diamond sword of spawn pointiness is still coming along. We've got enough arrows and equipment and wheat for food for Wolfie, wool for beds. We might need some more wool, but wool for beds and wood for beds. Shears to collect more wood. Do we have... I'm gonna need to find some coal eventually. Do I have any in the... No, these are empty. But yeah, very cool interior space for this hidey hole. But let's close it down for the last time. As it's now midday, we won't make that much progress, but I feel like, actually... Yeah, you know what? Wolfie, stay here. We might have to stay in here one more night. I'm gonna stick with your standard 3-night or 3-day Minecraft day schedule for this episode 335. Season premiere, I guess you could say, of Season 5. But maybe I should. I feel like these cliffs are the perfect place to set off some dynamite. I need a more reliable stairway up here. There we go. Like if I go up on these cliff edges and then drop the TNT off the side, that will be far more exciting for everybody. Alright, let's see here. We're going to probably do one at a time because this is very dangerous. We have yet to ever die in Far Lands or Bust. Alright, here we go. I'm a little bit worried about this, actually. Hold on. I'm going to do this from the side because I am a coward. Alright, yeah, I don't want to accidentally step on the TNT and then fall through it. And I would probably survive this fall, but it would cause some significant fall damage. Hey, chicken! Oh, you despawned, I guess. Heads up! Heads up! Alright, Wolfie is still safe over there. Signaling the beginning of Season 5 of Far Lands or Bust. Running away, and down it goes. Kablam! Kablooey! Ha ha! Ah, explosions. We're little pyromaniacs here. Alright, we've got two more. I feel like going up to the point where Zisto wanted us to actually make the F3 monument up in this area and setting it off. Yeah, there's a nice cliff edge here. So let's go up here and do this. And enjoy this. But yeah, I'm gonna get to... I have a bunch of stuff to talk about. In honesty and complete forthcomingness, I wanted to have a lot more planned for this episode, but I have simply run out of time in setting stuff. Oh, that's not good. Oh, okay, that doesn't make it explode. Okay, that's very nice. All right, let's put you right there. And... all right, that should just fall, right? Yep. Oh, that's much closer than I thought it was going to be. Whoa! This cloud kind of got in our way. And where's another cool place I could drop some TNT off at? Maybe I should. Well, that would be kind of a little bit dangerous for Wolfie. Maybe I should blow some up as we depart, like as kind of a signal, firing the cannons for the beginning of a continuation of a great journey. Maybe we'll do that. Just on the shores before we set off. But yeah, like I said, Season 5, Far Lands or Bust, starting right now. Very, very cool stuff has happened in the past couple weeks. I kind of, and like I said, I don't have everything ready. I don't have the new website, kind of an updated website ready that I wanted to have ready by the time I started recording this. I don't have new graphics for the channel, or the thumbnails, or the intro. Ooh, that's cool. Look at what it did to the side of the mountain. You know, a lot of stuff didn't fall into place, but I feel like this date, March 28th, was important for the, I suppose, the continuation. We ended the season around March 6th, which is the anniversary of the first episode of Far Lands or Bust, or my entire Let's Play, my channel entirely. And the 11th episode is equally important because we started off to the Far Lands. So I kind of felt like I want to get back into this. This Far Lands or Bust was kind of a personal, what's the word I'm looking for, outlet for talking, as opposed to my other video game series, which I have fun and they're great. It just doesn't allow me to talk in this very direct to the audience way. I'm more talking about the video game. So I just feel like the priority is to get Far Lands or Bust back up and running 3 days a week on that schedule. Get people back interested in the series and the charity we're going to be helping this time, and other stuff that's going to be coming. But yeah, the sun is setting. Let's spend one more night in this is going to take a long time still for me to remember, but the 1479940 monument. One more night. Wow, look at that. Oh, there's no forward-facing F3, but yeah, look at my my armor bar in this version of the game, beta 173. your armor bar is actually dependent on how much durability you have. So as your durability goes down, so does its effectiveness in the armor. So right now, I am 100% effective. It would be even more effective if it was all diamond armor, obviously, but that's what that did. So they changed that eventually. I think in 1.8 they changed that, did they not? So yeah, let's go to sleep. Woof! See you in the morning, Wolfie! And awakeness! See, I even miss doing that. I miss doing the snoring. As trivial as it may seem, the snoring is an important part of Far Lands or Bust that I don't get to do in any other series. But yeah, let's take one last look. Oh, actually, I should probably... This is one thing I do want to take. Sorry, house, you don't get to keep everything of mine. Yoink! Make sure we shut the door. One last look at this magical little sculpture we've made here for the monument. Of course, the glowstone, which I recently uploaded a Far Lands or Bust flashback back to episode 200 when we went to the Nether for the first and probably last time to get the glowstone. And then I even said, okay, I'm going to take this glowstone and carry it all the way to the next F3 monument, and there it is. Very cool stuff. We are going to safely kind of put away the TNT for now, grab Wolfie, and how about we continue on? Indeed. But yeah, I have a list of things to go through here, and I really am looking forward to continuing Far Lands or Bust. You know, I don't want to, as much as I would like to, as much as the kind of marketing person inside of me wants to totally revamp and reinvigorate the series, the branding, like I said, the logo, the looks, the art on the channel, and all that stuff. I also feel like just sticking with what works. A little bit of nostalgic purposes there. Obviously, it's very nostalgic that we're playing in Minecraft Beta 1.7.3 and continuing to do so, and just getting back into it. You know, a lot of people... I took a much bigger break between Season 2 and 3, like over a month, I think. And I don't know if that was good. So I feel like, bam, okay, it's just been a couple weeks, let's get back into Far Lands or Bust. Obviously... alone aside, I'm sorry, that was the word I was looking for. Aside from, hey Wolfie, aside from getting the series and videos back up on YouTube started, the more important stuff is the donations. Last season, Season 4, our total, the final total, since now I'm going to be shutting down that widget, the final total for Season 4, including the $118,000 we raised in October during Mindcrack Marathon, was $186,649.13 raised for Child's Play charity. So, amazing, and congratulations to everybody who donated. That, as I always say, is your achievement as Farlanders. Ooh, spooky noises. And I'm always blown away and amazed at the support that gets. That makes, overall, since we started... I believe it was June 11th when I started technically Season 2, the first season where we started raising money for Child's Play charity. Since we started putting all those totals together, we raised $269,267.98 for Child's Play charity. Bonkers. Completely bonkers. Even, you know, considering I don't, aside from the flobathons, I don't hold marathon live streams. I don't go out of my way to promote and market and push the charity thing too much. That only has kind of started happening recently thanks to the articles, or the article in New Yorker is where a lot of things went a little bit viral. And I recently saw somebody on Twitter posted a picture of the most recent, the May issue of PC Gamer magazine. which I'm kind of surprised is still a thing, but PC Gamer Magazine is still around, and am I going the right way? Yes. Good way to start the season. PC Gamer Magazine in the print edition, there's a little blurb about myself, Our Lands Are Bust, and a link, so that's very cool. I'm not sure who either wrote or suggested. I'm not sure if that was like a fan page, like suggest your gaming inspiration or heroes or something like that was the title of that section of the magazine. So thank you to whoever found a way to put that in there, and they used a picture of me from Minecon 2012, which I'm not entirely happy about, but yeah, there's that was on there, so that's very cool. But yeah, that's crazy that, you know, we're running along, and even talking to at PAX last year. Oh, our first spawner of the season, how convenient. Maybe we should blow it up. I think that... Yeah, I did. Oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. I shook my head as if I was, like, this is me and not a Minecraft avatar. At the end, or actually when we raised the first $820, I found I beg your pardon? Whoa! Whoa! Wolfie, are you okay? You were not sitting on that place, right? Yeah, okay. That was scary. And you're dead. Receive suffocation. Oh, that's actually deep down there. All right. Are we safe? I actually, when I suppose I ended that, after 5 days we raised the $820, I found a skeleton spawner, and to celebrate, I dropped a TNT block down into the spawner and blew it up as kind of a celebration for that. So this is perfect. I'm glad I saved this one block of TNT. It's a tradition. Where does this not have any? There's a chest. Any more chests? Can I get a chest? A chest. Give me a chest. A bada swing bada chest. Give me a chest. Give me a goodies. Some bread. Oh, that is a bed, not bread. And some more gunpowder, but not enough to make more TNT. Oh, that's really interesting that there's only one. Well, not really. We've had single chests before, but was that it? I thought there was like another bump. Was there not another bump? No, there wasn't another bump. All right. Anyway, let's. You know what I feel like doing? I'm going to set it up so that it is delivered directly to the spawner. Oh, this is gonna be great. It's gonna be so great. All right, I am going to put a piece of dirt there. I'm going to put the TNT here. Oh, there's zombies spawning. Can I make that jump? That's kind of scary. Yeah, let's do that. It'll be a little bit of an interesting thing here. But yeah, so for since that initial $820 goal in June 2011, we have raised $269,267.98. I thank you, Farlanders. Let's celebrate by blowing up a zombie spawner. Ha! All right, let's watch. Yeah, suck on this, guys. Take it. Boosh! Ha ha! Ah, explosions. Well done indeed. And to mark the occasion, boop. All right, so let's have Wolfie stand up and continue westward. But yeah, I want to talk about the charity stuff. Obviously, the new F3 number is 1479940. We had the F3 contest I mentioned in the last episode about a winner named Brian, who guessed the closest within 55 blocks and won that $100 credit to shapeways.com, the 3D printing marketplace, but also the support from other, gaming institutions, I suppose you could say, developers, studios and things. I also chose at random people to win different games. I had 5 copies of Minecraft, Cobalt, and Scrolls that Mojang donated that I gave out using a random number selector to choose winners. 2 copies of Kerbal Space Program were donated from Squad. Thank you very much. 2 people got those. And 5 copies of Starbound from Bart Wee, he goes by on the internets. One of the Starbound developers gave 5 copies of Starbound. So even if you didn't win the grand prize, if you didn't guess the closest to the F3 number, make sure you have checked your emails to make sure if perhaps you were randomly chosen. Have a seat, Wolfie. I'm a little bit concerned about that lava over there. Make sure you have checked your emails so that you can see if maybe you won one of the second prizes, the random game prizes and things like that. But very cool stuff, so I appreciate the support of those people who gave those games. Very much appreciated. Well, let's go to sleep here on the first elevated hidey hole of Season 5 of Far Lands or Bust. And we'll continue in the morning. Dope! And we'll continue in the morning. There we go. And awakeness. And watch out for the lava-ness. Wolfie, let's go over by these cows. They seem to know what's up. I suppose I should be kind of drifting to the right a little bit, shouldn't I? The northern direction. That would be very nice. What else do I want to talk about? The F3. Oh, as you might have seen, if all works out well with my editing, we have some new artwork associated with Far Lands or Bust. If you go to the Far Lands or Bust Spreadshirt shop, that's farlands.spreadshirt.com or farlands.spreadshirt.net if you are in Europe. I have a new shirt design up there that you can purchase in shirts and mugs, and even a doggy bandana. It is the Careful Wolfie. Wow, indeed, Wolfie approves of that. It's Careful Wolfie, kind of based off of for those of you who might be familiar with the OU meme. There's a meme, an image macro, where there's a guy giving kind of an OU, and then the dog doing a thing. Somehow somebody took a picture of a dog making that kind of a funny face in reply, and I thought that went very well with both myself and Wolfie, because Wolfie is constantly jumping off cliffs and running headfirst into cactuses and cacti and whatnot, and I always say, "Careful, Wolfie!" So that is now a shirt, and I'm happy to say it was very well designed. I'm extremely happy with how it turned out, by Rosie, who goes by Axel Rosie on Twitters and elsewhere. But Rosie, I met in this past I almost called it Minecon, and she gave me you've all seen the stargazing one with artwork, the cartoon with myself and Wolfie on the levitating island of awesomeness is what that is. I've got it here next to my desk. But I said, that was so awesome. I have this idea for a shirt. Could you do it? And I loved the picture of Wolfie she made. The facial expression really matches the dog in the meme. So yeah, you can go check that out. And that I'm very excited about. Like I said, we've got shirts. We've got a mug I made with that, and also a doggy bandana. If you happen to have a dog who is extremely clumsy, and you might want to remind him or her to be careful, like I have to remind Wolfie, it is now available as a doggy bandana. So that's very cool. I'm very excited about that. And I've also gone through the Spreadshirt shops and maybe added or revised some of the products I have available on there, because sometimes Spreadshirt changes the prices, or they remove some colors or add a new style, so I have to make sure everything's up in tip-top shape, and I've kind of adjusted some of the prices so they make a little bit more sense. Mostly they've come down a little bit by, half $1 or €1 or whatever, just to kind of make them more round numbers, because like I said, as Spreadshirt adjusts their prices, I have to make sure I can adjust to kind of accommodate for that, so that they're not kind of weird and 37 cents kind of weird prices like that. So yeah, I mean, basically I don't make a huge amount of money from the Spreadshirt shop. That's something I set up for you guys after many requests from you guys that you want some Farlands Bus shirts and gifts and memorabilia and things. So that's for you guys. So check out. It's been a long time since I've added a new design or product. I think it's the last one we did was the Wolfie McWolfington seal of approval. So yeah, this one now by Rosie. So go say awesome job to Rosie for that design, and I'm looking forward to getting my hands. I just added it, so I don't even have my own grubby fingers on any versions myself. So I'm very much looking forward to that, and I hope you guys enjoy it too. I think it's really awesome. What else do I got to talk about? Oh, I want to give an update to the size of the world, the size of the universe. No, the size of the Minecraft Farlands or Bust world, according to Minecraft, which has been known not to be too precise when you go into the open save world. Whoa, this open save world. My mouse went nuts there, and check out the size there. But before we started the episode, we were at. Where is it at? 11,191.64 megabytes. So over 11, is that 11 gigs? Sure, why not? Let's not be pedantic about it. 11 gigabytes of a world file save of just walking in one direction. And of course, the natural next question for that is, hey Kurt, when are you going to update the overviewer map on farlandsorbust.com? In time. That sort of thing takes a long time to do. I also have been running into a little bit of an issue with where I host that website, running out of not file space. It's kind of a tricky thing they do. They're like, oh, you have unlimited disk space, but there is a limited number of files that you can have. So I know that I ran into that problem last time, and now the world size is more than doubled. So we're going to have to think of a solution there. And I have received many emails and messages from fans, you guys, suggesting or offering your own web host space to host the overviewer map. And I do appreciate that, but I am going to be a little bit more stringent about finding a place to host that and keep that up and running. So if I don't reply to you, because you're offering to your offer or anything like that, don't take it personally. I just, as you know, I like to kind of keep control of my facilities and my resources throughout the web and my YouTube channel and things like that. So look for that. And like I said, this was one of these many things that I'm like, I should have this up and ready before I start season 5, but it just became more of a priority just to get back into Farlands or Bust than to have all these little details up and running. Another thing that I don't have up and running is the new charity widget. That's going to take a little bit of time. And we are still going to be supporting Child's Play charity, of course, and it's still actually, there are ideas swirling amongst my brain places about what goals or methods or milestones we will be heading for, but the primary thought, and the one I do believe I'm going to be going for, iceberg right ahead, is, we're supporting Child's Play charity, but there is no goal. There's no end amount. I know last year's amount was 100,000, and I thought that ended up being a bit much. It took a long time to reach, and we only ended up reaching it thanks to the Mindcrack Marathon, of course. Ooh, look at this cool place. Yeah, let's go this way. We'll reduce that X number a little bit right now. But yeah, because of the Mindcrack Marathon, we reached that goal. And that, of course, caused, and I mentioned this last episode, too much time in between the F3 moments. And I would like to reduce that. So I'm thinking no goal. We'll continue raising money for Child's Play charity. Obviously, we've been helping Child's Play charity this entire time, and they have in turn given me a lot of support. The channel, the Farlands or Bust logo is up there on their homepage as a platinum sponsor, thanks to you guys and all the donations you've given. And we want to continue working with Child's Play Charity. It's a great cause. They help get toys, books, and games and other things to kids in hospitals around the world. It's a great cause for gamers to get behind. So we're going to keep supporting them. We're starting back... Oh god, I'm glitching into blocks. This is dark and spooky. Okay, let's run. We can't run, but let's traverse this as quickly as we can. We're going to keep supporting Child's Play Charity, but without a specific goal this season. We'll just raise money, and I'm thinking of holding the Flobathon, like we did this year, around the March 6th anniversary date. That way it becomes far more of a regular and... careful, Wolfie! New t-shirt available at Spreadshirts. We're going to be, doing that every year, so it becomes more of a regular thing. I'm speaking as if we're 10 years down the line and we've done 10 more of them. But more of a regular thing, and not so much tied to the donations. All right, this episode's going to be 4 days long. I lied at the beginning. This is going to be a 4-day long episode. It's special. Season premiere. Guess you could call it. Let's make a bed. Swoop. And whoop, swoop. All right, now let's make the elevated part of this hidey hole. Boop, beep, bop. And a boop. Oops. I said and a boop and a bop. So yeah, that will, I'm hoping that is up on the website by the time this episode goes live. But if it's not, it will be soon, where you can continue donating to Child's Play Charity. And I have some additional thoughts and news, which I will get to in the morning. And a charityness. Ooh, ow, I twisted my ankle-ness. Oh, and I... What? Oh, because that... that caused the slightest of percentages of damage on my armor, and it took away a half an armor point on my armor bar. Well, we didn't waste any time doing that. That's funny. But yeah, let me discuss my other ideas here for charity and the season and the series, I suppose, furthermore. Yeah, we're going to be supporting Child's Play Charity, obviously. No specific goal, and perhaps as we continue on and as I react and see fit based on what we're raising, I may do additional motivations, perhaps live streams, perhaps incentives to continue the donations. But I would also like to, this is something I've wanted to do for a while, but it takes some planning and some setup. I want to support other charities as well. Of course, like I said, Child's Play Charity is still number one, still tops for us with all the support they've given, and we want to continue to give to Child's Play Charity. But there are plenty of other causes and people and organizations and just, things that I personally like to support that I feel like I can open up to you guys. A lot like how the Humble Indie Bundle and now the Humble Store does it. You get to choose between different charities. I want to eventually, during this season, and hopefully soon, I'm not traveling the wrong way. I'm being productive and trying to reduce the amount of X value on my coordinates. So that's why I went down this little river. I want to have a page on farlandsandbus.com dedicated to donations and the fundraisers. And I'll have multiple widgets that you can donate to, and we'll track how much is given to Child's Play Charity versus this other charity and this other charity. I have ideas. I don't want to start naming other charities just in case it doesn't work out and I'm not able to do this sort of thing with a particular charity. So just stay tight, stay frosty, and just be prepared as I announce some, and maybe throughout the season and the year, we'll come up with new ones. It's not going to be like a competition, like, oh, this charity has raised more at Farlands and Bus than this charity, so not in that regard or anything like that. But I do feel like with the reach and the subscribers and the Farlanders out there that we have, that we can go above and beyond even what we have been doing for Child's Play charity and spread the Farlander generosity all around these fine interwebs and worlds and charities and donations and things like that. So that is on the docket of things to do, which Kurt did not do before starting this season, but things to do for this season, so look forward to that. I'm very excited about that part of it, and really looking forward to myself learning about new charities and hopefully connecting with and talking to and learning more about them, but also then spreading that and seeing how you guys react to that and donate and whatnot. So that's very, very exciting stuff for me. Always wanting to try new things. Careful, Wolfie. Careful, Wolfie. New t-shirt. Whoa, careful, Wolfie. Gosh. All right. No. Careful, Wolfie. Go. Okay. Yep. Jesus. Mercy. All right, let's go down this way. This whole area is a little bit blowed up and kind of unfriendly to our four-legged friend. But yeah, look forward to that. What else did I want to talk about? So yeah, the Child's Play charity new widget, we're starting at 0, will be up either now or soon, and look forward throughout the coming season for additional charities to donate to for Farlands or Bust. Indeed. So I'm looking at my notes. What else do I have to talk about? Oh yeah, I mean, speaking of which, I forgot to mention, I noticed after I recorded and uploaded the last episode of Farlands or Bust, that we even got, after Flobathon and all was said and done, on March 6th, the anniversary date, we got an anonymous donation of $1,000. Like, out of the blue. That's crazy. I don't know who gave that, or they didn't leave a message or anything, but I'm assuming it was due to the 1 or 3 year anniversary of starting the channel and the series, or the end of season 4 and the Flobathon and the F3 number. But I do appreciate that, and even there have been, even beyond that, 9 or 10 additional donations that we just keep getting, even though the series hasn't been on. Pretty generous donations, and I have collected and will continue to rack up the questions and your comments that you've given with those donations, so I can get to those in the coming episodes. Looking down my notes. You know what? What is it? Midday? Woof! Yeah, it is. Thanks for the confirmation, Wolfie. Let's maybe start having a normal episode of Farlands or Bust with some Minecraft news. Bling. No, Wolfie's like not having any of that. But yeah, Minecraft news. Like I said, this Farlands or Bust has become sort of a podcast-ish sort of video game vloggy sort of thing, where I talk about news topics, about my own stuff that I notice, about YouTube, about technology, about astronomy and space and Minecraft. Obviously, we're playing Minecraft here, most importantly. And a recent happening, which I'm sure you've heard about in just the gaming industry, is that Oculus Rift, the 3D virtual reality goggle thingamabob that has been in development for the last couple years. It got a very good response on Kickstarter. I think originally it was only trying to raise $50,000 or something, and it ended up raising like $3 million on Kickstarter. A lot of the early release dev kits went out, and even if people weren't a developer, they purchased it to try it out, and a very promising. And more so for the gaming, is kind of the first real serious VR virtual reality headset coming to the PC gaming world. And recently, at the most recent GDC, they announced and launched the second dev kit, which is much more accurate, much higher resolution. I was extremely tempted to order. It's $350, a dev kit, but I've decided, if at all now, with the new news, to wait until the production, the consumer version. because I feel it would be very good for racing games and flight sims and Hawken, those type of games. But anyway, they announced this in GDC, and then soon after GDC ended, they announced that Facebook purchased Oculus Rift for $2 billion. So for 2 Instagrams, Facebook purchased Oculus Rift. And this was met with much sorrow to the gaming world, because Oculus Rift was, it was funded by Kickstarter. It was kind of the independent gaming hardware company that everybody kind of rallied behind, the underdogs kind of working on their own, and their main priority is just to absolutely not dominate, but like get it right. And, they weren't really worried about getting it to consumers as soon as possible because they wanted it to be right. And now that it's been bought by Facebook, there has been a lot of backlash for that, because Facebook is obviously not known as having its users in the highest regard and the biggest, in terms of privacy and what is done with your information, not very good response. And this is Minecraft news, because somebody who didn't have a good response to it is Notch. Notch actually, in that early Kickstarter, gave $10,000 to that early Kickstarter because he believed in VR and he wanted to be part of it. And just 2 weeks before this announcement of Facebook purchasing Oculus Rift, he had visited the headquarters as part of one of the perks of donating that much. They invited him to come and work with them, and they were talking in the talks of bringing a standalone, not an actual vanilla version of Minecraft, but a standalone version of Minecraft. It would have been free to the Oculus Rift, but that has all been called off. Notch has called that off because he is not at all a fan of Facebook, obviously. And in a March 25th blog post, he said that, sure, Oculus could do good things for social, that is Facebook, what Facebook wants to do, but Notch doesn't want to work with social. He wants to work with games, are his words. And he says he did not chip in 10 grand to seed the first investment round to build value for a Facebook acquisition. So him and a lot of those early, I suppose, donors to the Kickstarter feel a little bit, I don't know if cheated is the word. When you back a Kickstarter, there's no, oh Lord, this is not a safe place. All right, this is not the hidey hole. Oh God, I've fallen and I cannot get up. All right, let me get out of here and relocate. Hold on. All right, concentrating now on finding a suitable hidey hole. Here we go. This should work. I'm running out of voice. These 4-day episodes are no good for Kurt. All right, quickly now. Hopefully there's no... Yeah, this looks good. Go, spooky noises. Wolfie, what are you doing here? No, come on out. Yes, thank you. Have a seat. Thanks. Good job. Well done. Have a little bit of a platform. All right, we're going to lock ourselves in. That's a chicken. Okay. All right, that was spooky, and hopefully these spooky noises don't cause any issues with mobs spawning around us. Let's block off the hidey hole. First hidey hole. I suppose first new hidey hole of season 5. But yeah, that's a whole new kind of development that came out of this news that Facebook has acquired Oculus Rift. I personally haven't been too emotionally attached to Oculus Rift. Obviously, as I said, I considered, very intrigued from games like Assetto Corsa and different, Hawken and those type of games that I do enjoy having Oculus Rift support. So I was like, oh, that'd be cool. But I don't know. A lot of, I read on I think it was Ars Techna, that while they haven't released why or when the talks started with Facebook or anything like that, they are speculating that maybe Oculus Rift were a little bit spooked at this GDC. Sony also announced their own Morpheus, they call it, the VR headset from Sony. They felt a little bit maybe threatened by that competition from such a large entity as Sony. and the talks perhaps were hastened within the 5 days of GDC is perhaps when these talks with the Zuckerberg, the heads of Facebook, were ironed out in order to get purchased by Facebook to make sure they had something behind them that could continue them as a viable alternative and competition to this new Sony thing. Who knows? But it's very, very interesting news. Very interesting news indeed. So there already is a Minecraft mod, a user-made mod that ports Minecraft to the Oculus Rift, and Notch actually linked to it. He said, hey, if you want to play Minecraft on Oculus, there's this mod that already exists, but we're not officially, Mojang is not now officially. I just heard a creeper take damage. That's scary. Yeah, it's getting dark out. I think we should go to sleep. I think we've covered everything from the Minecraft news, and the music is starting, so let's do that. Wolfie agrees. Thank you very much for following along on episode 335 of Farlands or Bust, the first episode of season 5. And I do appreciate you guys following along, and I hope you support throughout the continued upgrades and changes and directions we're taking Farlands or Bust. I do appreciate it. I'm glad to be back up and running with Farlands or Bust. How many more times can I say Farlands or Bust, Farlands or Bust, Farlands or Bust? Indeed. So, my name is Kurt. I will see you next time.